Hey guys, Jay. Welcome back to the channel. You know, these talks are getting more regular. Yeah, I wanted to talk about how people are people, man. People are people. Uh, One thing that I've come to realize, and it's never really been easy because there's always the temptation to try and change what you cannot change. I think that's something that we all got to start realizing. There are just certain things that you cannot control, and one of those things is people. You cannot control people. Um, let me give you some scenarios here. So I posted a video the other day on my other channel, and I was being very critical about the casting for Masters Universe. Um, but in the video, it basically started off with the casting, but then it concluded with the idea that the casting isn't going to be the problem. The casting is actually great. I think that everybody who's being cast for the roles that they're in are going to be amazing. I think that that's actually what's going to happen. But it really comes down to story. And what do I mean by that? Well, the problem with the Master of the Universe movie is that the story is starting off on the wrong foot. It's starting off on Earth. We're talking about a fantastic, literal fantasy world where there is magic mixed with technology, mixed with dragons and snow beasts and green tigers, and it's just a fantastic world. So why in the heck are we gonna bring it all the way to Earth? That did not sit well with me. And, you know, I started off the video saying, oh, maybe the cast isn't really right. But then by the end of the video, I realized, no, it's not going to be the cast. It's going to be the story. So, ended the video, posted it. And of course, inevitably, I get a whole bunch of comments. And this topic has been very polarizing ever since Master Universe Revolution Revelation, sorry, was up on Netflix, and that has its own story all altogether. Maybe we'll get to that one too. But the reality is that this movie, along with the series that came before it, Revelation, um, have really sort of polarized the Master Universe fan base. And it's not just the fan base itself; it's also people outside of the fan base who really don't, like Master Universe or even know what Master Universe is, but they got caught up in this you know, sort of idea that there's a certain, I don't know, something going on in the storyline that they don't like, which doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, on the on the comment section, I basically said that no, sorry, in the video, sorry, I basically made my point that at the end of the day, it's not actually the cast that's the issue. People are going to have their own, casting is subjective, and people are going to deal with that on their own time. But then I said it's the story that's going to make or break this movie, and for whatever reason, for whatever reason, I got a lot of great comments, and that's amazing as always. But for whatever reason, I'm always getting these few people who don't even seem like they've ever watched the video. They just see the thumbnail, they read the title, and they just decide, oh, I know exactly what this video is about. I'm going to answer it. And I'm going to tell this person I'm going to give this person a piece of my mind. And I can appreciate that to a certain degree. I really can. Because, the title might be clickbaity, the title might be a little bit outlandish. I'll admit, the first title says, we got to talk about the Master Universe movie, and I think that there's going to be a lot of people because lately there have been videos just kind of bashing the movie. I wasn't bashing it; I was actually giving it its fair due. But I think that there are a lot of people who are just jumping on the bandwagon with this, and watching every single video or not watching every single video, and just adding their 2 cents to it, which is in a sense fine. But at the same time, I will say this: if you're going to comment on my video and say certain parts about the video, at least know or watch the video so you know what you're talking about, because too many times they would be focusing on Idris Elba or Jared Leto. But specifically, a lot of the comments came about Idris Elba and um, the new actress for Tila, Camila Mendez. And honestly, I did say that I can't, it's hard to see these two characters playing the characters that are traditionally meant for these types of roles. And for whatever reason, and in many cases, they didn't even watch the film to find out what my actual opinion was. They just formulated opinion in their heads and decided to put that in the comment section. And I would politely, and in some cases strongly, disagree with them and explain, no, I said this, and this, not this, and this. And it's crazy because no matter how hard I tried to explain to them, this, and this is not what I said. I said this, and this. They kept insisting that no, I said this, and this. And I tried for the life of me. I tried for the life of me to change their minds. I tried for the life of me to explain to them. I tried for the life of me to be, to open up a dialogue and actually have, an open conversation. But it was evident to me after a while that they don't want a conversation. They don't want to actually, discuss, the points of the movie or where certain people are disagreeing, certain people are agreeing, and certain people just have a different opinion. No, that's not what they want. They want to argue. That is what they want. And no matter how hard I tried, no matter how many points that I brought up, no matter what I did to try and convince them that no, absolutely not, that's not what I said. You're putting words in my mouth. That is not what I mean. That if you look at it and I explain it to you, I explained it to them like certain people multiple times over, and they still would not accept that I said something different than what they believed I said. It was incredible. But I realized a very valuable lesson. Actually, no, I'll say it again. I was reminded of a very valuable lesson. You can't change people. You can't change people. People are going to be people. And it seems that lesson continues to come up over and over and over again. But at the same time, just because you can't change people doesn't mean that you should lie down and just be subservient to other people's, opinions. No. You definitely should be standing your ground. You definitely should be telling people what you truly believe, and because those are your beliefs. You should truly believe that, let people know exactly why you don't like this movie, or why you don't like that movie, or why you don't like this toy, or why you don't like that video game, or why this, and this. There's a certain reason why movies fail at the box office. There's a certain reason why video games don't take off and become huge blockbuster hits. There's a certain reason why people disagree or agree. And you know what? There's also a certain reason why people just refuse to listen. That's because people are people. And unfortunately, because people are people, and there's a lot of people out there, it's often hard to change those people, either through opinions or facts, or just because they don't want to listen. Sometimes people just want to be assholes. Guys, I just wanted to put down my thoughts on that because I just it's amazing. No matter how hard I tried, no matter what I did, they just would not accept what I was trying to say. Even when I was trying to find some middle ground, they just kept going on that line that I said something which I did not. Absolutely crazy. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's a little bit of a different one, I got to tell you. And these little talks are starting to get more frequent, but I don't know. It's just I have something on my mind, and I think, I just want to share that with everybody. All right, guys. Take it easy. Good journey, everybody, and geek proud. We'll see you later.